No, just very, very briefly, because at the end of the day, it's the presentations that follow this that are the most important in this session. First off, on behalf of my own organization, Gilles, Ifremer, KDM, the German Marine Research Community, and the hosts of the meeting, we were thrilled. We had 60 participants. Initially, when we started this, the idea was we had seen over the course of many meetings that there was tremendous interest in Brazil, in South Africa, but also in other countries, Cape Verde and Argentina, in the process that had been started with the Galway Initiative. And so what we wanted to do was we wanted to, with this workshop, in a way, bring people together. That was the most important thing, but also symbolically to show that there is also on our part a tremendous interest in involving you. So thank you very much for having made the tremendous effort of coming extra early and in such big numbers, much more than we expected. We had room problems and everything, but it all worked out. And now that I hear that the coffee breaks went well, I'm very pleased. So. To quote Siggy, passion, cooperation, coordination. I think at the end of the day, so Siggy mentioned these 3 bullet points at the beginning of her presentation, at the beginning of our workshop, and I do think they capture a bit of the spirit. Like I said, I mean, the aim was not with 60 people to go into a detailed discussion. We also know from the Arlington meeting that these things take time, care, and attention. And there is an initiative, and so we also have to look at due process. But what we did do, and we are very happy about this, is it was a very productive meeting. It was people were interested. The discussion was active. So at the end of the day, there is clearly passion there. There is a willingness to cooperate, and there's a willingness also to look at coordinating. And so what we identified were several points, which I won't go into now in detail, but which we have identified as consensus points for the longer term. But as I said, there is a process ongoing, and with a view to that process and to taking care and attention, we're going to be careful about the next steps and take things slowly, but move things forward, hopefully on a regular and active basis. So the first thing will be to engage. They don't know anything of their luck yet, but the 2 projects, especially with South Africa and Brazil, bilateral science cooperation projects, we'll be approaching them in the next few weeks to look at building a better picture of the types of projects that are already ongoing, what kind of scientific activities are happening. And then we prepared a background report, a very short, just 3 pages for the workshop. We'll be circulating that to the workshop participants, getting some feedback, a sense of where priorities might lie, and also in terms of interest, how we might take this process forward. But as I said before, and with that I'd round it up, bring it to an end, the idea is to make this part of the ongoing process, not to create something new. So, at the end of the day, this was our small, modest, but hopefully useful contribution to strengthening cooperation all around the Atlantic Ocean. And with that, I'm done.